How we all doing, guys?
How we doing? How we doing?
Oh, oh sheesh. Put Sally right away. Look for air. Centennial, might as well do a little bit of them. Ooh, there we go. That was quick. Yeah. Nice and saucy. Sally Ride. Look through hers for cars. Ooh, Dr. Sally Ride again. Alice Perry. I feel like this one got a couple nicks going on. That's that just me. Yeah. Ain't nothing going on with it. Ain't a damn thing going on with it. Try. Ooh, nice air. These command good ones. Oh yeah, that's a New York too, all smashed up and planked out. Big time. Big time air. Mm. That's an air too. It's a light one, but it's not worth it. It's almost like it got sprayed. California Comstock. Utah Firing Squad State. By the way, everybody, I don't know who's all been on, consecutively or on the last few nights. I appreciate everybody with the super chats and everything. I just have to say one thing though. I do have links to Cash App and link to the Instagram channel to this page. For anybody who's gonna send super chats that are way over $50, send it through the Cash App. Now, because it's crazy how much they take out of it. And when you send $100 or almost $200, it's crazy. Somebody sent like almost $90 in super chat. I didn't even see it till the end. I don't know what they'd be doing. They'd be on something. Somebody, last week. Shit. I don't know what they sent. It was everywhere. Like the quarters running everywhere. You know what we're hunting for though, other than how we doing? What we hunting for other than, like ones that have airs or ones we can check for airs. We're most of the time we're specifically looking for stuff that's just not intended for circulation, like business strikes, proofs, gold ones, just everything in between, whatever they got. West Points, I mean, you name it. What do we got over here? This is one of the nice business strikes we got last week. I mean, this son of a bitch it's fresh. Homestead. But yeah, we got a lot of different stuff, but we've been coming across a lot of crazy airs. A lot of people assume when they come across a dirty coin or a coin that's looks like it's been defaced or it's been through everything. A lot of times those are airs, guys, and anybody who's been on here like this, you see that? That's a toning air. It's not big, but this right here, I mean, it's nothing to get in a twist about, but I'll say it time and time again. You can't, I can't get tired of saying it because it can't be said enough. Where's Marker Man at? He'll melt over this. He don't like this stuff. He thinks I do it. He's crazy. No, he does. One thing is you got to really pick your battles when it comes to airs. So I would start doing like recon on them, or if you want to know something, if I know it, I'll let you know. But you can never learn enough when it comes to that avenue. That your abattoir will be unlimited. You'll have anything you need at your disposal because the sky's the limit. You can get past that with airs. It's not simple. It's very two-sided, and you got to be really surveillance conscious and translucent about the situation. You got to keep your finger on the pulse because you could go look at your coins again. Like, I'll tell you this right now. If you don't think these coins are vetted through, even though I do them on live with you, you crazy as hell. So they get gone through again. There's times where we toss West Points in here and proofs. I mean, come on. The other night when we were doing Kennedy's, we tossed a couple fucking proofs in there because we couldn't see the mirror cameo. Yeah, because it wasn't smoke and mirrors, and we I think we clipped 5 or 6 proofs that night. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to get at is it's never. Don't ever doubt yourself. Like, it's a good thing to go through them again. It's almost like with movies. When you watch them the first time, you're watching it so hard, you miss a lot of stuff. So then when you go to see it again, you're seeing things that you didn't see the first time around. It's the same thing with this. That's why you don't want to be too concentrated on one singular aspect of what we're doing on here, because that you'll inadvertently dilute the situation. That's why everything is open. Like this don't come off. What you would call these standard ones, like this, grease airs, gets trapped in there during the minting process. There's a lot more that gets trapped in between these coins, though, that makes them start irking jerk. But I'll tell you this right now, I was tossing a lot of stuff to the side, and I was calling it the endangered species list. Well, I'm happy to say that I'm glad I did that, because 98% of those coins were airs done at the mint. Not post-mint, because somebody was bored with life and wanted to put a hole in a coin. But a lot of stuff that you would just assume or perceive to look at and be like, there's no way that you got to do some recon. The main thing, though, you got coins, and you know, and you see other ones that are going, especially in certified. That's the way to get it signed, sealed, and delivered. You got some decent airs. You see a lot going around, motherfuckers getting them sealed. Have them graded, because when they come back, they're going to be certified airs, and if they're not, you're going to find out real quick. So, I'd rather be safe than sorry, I'd rather, that's just all there is to it. So, always be on the lookout. I mean, you could look at coins over and over again. There's simple errors you could be looking for, and then there could be things that you see that are just wrong with the coin, but you don't realize you got an error until you're like, oh, fuck. Like, I can show you some stuff that, there's like, you're not going to find all the time, but if you do find it, you better hold on to it. Like certain things, like missing mint marks, die clashes, planchets, double dies. Like, for example, I wasn't for sure, but this one bicentennial quarter always intrigued me, and I knew there was something wrong with it, because we ended up getting the proof of the bicentennial we found in a roll of quarters, right? And when you look at the proof to it, it makes you think that the one I'm talking about is like a business strike, because it's just all chromed out. When we're done actually doing our hunt, before we start getting into the airs, I'll pull it out. I did a lot of organization. Sorry, guys. I did a lot of organization, so everything's a little compartmentalized. I'm going to try to keep my mind on the task at hand, but you guys need to see some of this stuff, because, like I said, it's never too late. And by the way, for anybody out there, penny lovers, dimes, and nickels, we haven't done nickels in a while, because the last time that I got nickels last month, they were all brand new ones, and we didn't have no use for them. Like, there was no. So I had to switch it out, but like it's looking healthy now. It's looking real healthy. I end up clamping a box. What's up with this coin? Okay, here we go. Perfect. You see this? I know you guys can see what's wrong. It sticks out. I'm willing to bet vital parts of my anatomy that was not post mint. I'm actually willing to, put it on the line, honestly, for it, because it's things like this that you go around looking, and it's not, go on eBay. You got to remember, when you're looking at that stuff, a lot of that people are on there asking questions. You got to go to the mint. Or like over here, look at this. Here, let's pull out another standard quarter, guys. Shall we? Or just one that's like it. We got a lot of crazy shit going on. This is a crazy error. This is a reverse die clash. And why I'm saying that is because You see how we got this extra numeral here? This is what I'm talking about. These are the like the airs that move mountains, because you don't get stuff like this every day, and you're not gonna find stuff like this. And I'm surprised we actually found it, but that's what we do around here. That's what we fucking do. That's all we can do is try and exist as we call our life. But you see this? Big time air, guys. Big time. And if it, I think it might be a double die too. And then you can find that out by, looking at the letters. Some of them be a lot fatter than others. You'll see that they're stamped. They have a little bit extra to them. But yeah, this right here survived. Like, it's almost like the back of the coin is trying to come through the front. You can't see it that much. And on this side, it's looking pretty fine. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's so bad that you can see it etched right through. But obviously, it could have been a planchet error too, a wrong one, because there's no, I don't know. Either or. The gash here, over here, die clash. His nose. Let's get back to the hunt, though. We can't, if we try to keep it all, we can't give all our undivided attention to one singular coin. We will never get anywhere, but we're going to go through coins and look through errors after the initial hunt. So, and I'll let you know this right now. I started getting intrigued with errors. My first error was a nickel, and I'm sorry. It really warmed the heart. It heightened the spirits. In some ways turned me on, honestly. And I was like, hell yeah, this is what's up. And I'll tell you this right now, I just started having that sniper eye for it, and I've been yanking a lot of stuff. And it's funny because throughout the months, another toner. See how that don't... Can you get it up? Nope, it's in there. Last, 5, 6, 7 months, I've put away a lot of things that what you would call an endangered species list. So, yeah, when I started getting these crazy coins a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, what is this shit? A lot of people were like, oh, you don't want that, throw it away. I'm glad I didn't. Because you got to remember this. There's no such thing as perfect, so there's not going to be a perfect coin. That's why we have a thing called perfection. But, when you're using machines to make these things and they're not being manned 24 hours, people walk away from them and check on them. When they see something bad's messed up or something got caught in there, they don't discontinue those coins. Those coins go through circulation. So, it does happen, but some of the ones that are commanding more of a presence and maybe some good coin are the fucking the clad errors, where they're during the bonding process, everything failed, and they're missing just not the top layer but the middle layer, because it's like a sandwich of metal. You got a copper core, and then you got copper alloy that layers over it. Well, like I said, during the bonding process, when that shit fails, you'll get a coin that just looks red, like a ruby almost. Or you'll get coins that are really colorful. And, I've showed plenty of those. I'll put some more pictures. I'll post some to the community page and stuff. But those are the ones that I'm seeing are commanding their presence to be well known. And I guess they're very sought out by collectors. Like right here, perfect example. This is a high-end grease error. And that's just the beginner. That's just for beginners. Yeah, let's look at it under X-ray specs. And I know a lot of people go, no, that's not it. Well, you want to know what? I'm not worried about all that. I know what's going on with certain things. If I don't know, I'm just not going to say, because I'm not going to lead nobody straight. But a lot of people would try to mistake this for a radar detector find. Well, when you look at it first, you can see that's the grease. You can see it. That's not coming off. That's trapped inside there. That's what happens. It's trapped inside there. That's how you know. Radar detector finds, they get like an earth brown red, and it's like a full it's almost like oxification, a form of rusting, because it's in the ground. So Yeah, I mean, radar detector finds you sometimes you don't know what's on it, but you don't want to clean it either. Oh shit! A bicentennial. Wow, really? Oh, I can't believe I found this. Are you fucking kidding? A lot of people just assume this is dirt, and it's not. It's not coming off. That don't come off. That's a good error, though. Bicentennials. Anything that has to do with the bicentennials, or those always are commanding big high presence. For some odd reason, collectors just go fucking ape shit over those things. Forgive my language. But this is the thing you got to remember too, guys. Cotton, I like it. It's got a lot of detail. Like I said, no such thing as perfect. Every single coin they make's got errors of some sort if it was ran long enough. From little tiny die cracks to, like I told you, clash errors and planchet errors and all sorts of shit. And like I said, it's very easy to come across a compound error. I call it compound error. You got a coin that's got 2 or more errors on it, because then you're really cooking. You really got something going. You're gonna be the mover of mountains. Oh, because you, like I said, errors is where the sky's the limit. That's the real avenue. Like I said, I was thinking about. Well, I'm glad you guys, just stuff that's not intended for circulation, you know, and then coins that look for errors, and then ones that we know are evident errors. Like I said earlier when we were on today, I let everybody know I wanted to be on tonight. I said, we're going to go the distance tonight, guys. And we always do. Like, we just don't have a night where we're just saying, oh, let's look at errors under the scope. We integrated that right in because it was well overdue. People were demanding it for months. I'm sorry that I move like old people go, but like old people hump, but that's just how it goes. Like, nothing good comes of rushing or forcing anything, so everything's got a time and place. You just gotta seize the moment. Like I said, when there's only 24 hours in the day and you've got a lot of responsibilities and obligations, you really gotta pick and choose. My biggest thing when it comes to this with you guys is I enjoy doing this. I'm very passionate about this, and I take pride in this. This is something that helped elevate my life. And why I say that is because when you got negative things in your life and you pull it out, you got a void. Well, if you don't fill that void with something positive, that void's worse than having that negative thing. No, because it just idle hands is the devil's workshop, and he works overtime. And you rather have something going on. This is something I started loving, and I wasn't going through roles, but I was collecting things, and I started doing the role thing on here with y'all. So, because I won't go through them on my own. I want everybody to get in on it. I want everyone to be able to seize the moment. Nobody can take this away from y'all. Our ships is all sailing in the same direction. One hand washes the other. Like, you're not going to see me go, oh, I'm going to go through 30 rolls and I'll be right back. I'll tell you if I get something. No, you guys get to go through every damn coin with me. And if there's something you guys see, don't worry. Have Igor in the drain tress yank it out in the end. We try to not leave any stone unturned, but you know what they say. In for a penny, in for a pound. No risk, no reward. Chances make champions. Whatever you want to call it. Combination, the Dominic duo, tower power. However, there's always a pro and con to anything. When it comes to errors, the positive was what I was telling you about. The only negative that I can see from it is, like I said, you can pick out what errors you see or that you know would be an error or what you assume until you can get confirmation. But out of them, you gotta have a selection. Then you gotta play, you guys are the weakest link, goodbye, and just, because it could become very problematic. You can't keep every fucking coin. And it's, I'm not gonna lie, we've got coins sitting around since the beginning of the year that I put away for us to look through at the scope. And we found West points in them that I didn't even know about were in there. I just stuck the quarters in there, and a few of them were West points. And I was like, oh, you guys got to go somewhere else now. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But, you know, we do what we can on here. And anybody who has any knowledge to bring to the table, don't be shy. Knowledge is power. I want everybody to be fed and not absent nourishment. No. Only, you know, you come up, you talk about 20. The only thing I can tell you is this, like, I seen the one day motherfucker was doing it at the ATM, and I'm like, you know what? I see this. I said, go pump somebody there. I said, I seen what homie just had, and I had to yank this right out of the middle of a stack. I just had to do it. It's just one of those things. If you fall, you ain't getting up. It's sad when they go like this, but this thing is uncirculated and it's never been bent or folded. It's fresher than a coat of wet paint. Oh, yes, sirree. Oh, yeah. But no, when it comes to that, I like to collect star notes and stuff. Like I said, any of my older content, we used to do a lot of star note hunts. But as the world turns, these are the days of our lives. Oh, look! A West Point! Save the manatees! And it's it's the ambrosia of them. Check that out, guys. Here. Holy shit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Save the manatees. We the warlords over here. We just got our W. Check this out, guys. And it's one of them big boys too, you see? V75. You got your W mint mark, okay, for West Point. And you got your V75 privy. There's 5 different variants of the West Point. The top ones are V75s. Oh, and it's a hell yeah. Hell yes. Woo! See, you guys are out here helping. I couldn't do it without y'all, and I wouldn't do it without y'all. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Another one bites the dust. And you got to remember, when it comes to each West Point, there's only 2 million of each made. That's not a lot. And they're only made during 2019 and 2020, okay? But yeah. What? Yeah. That's what's up, guys. See? You want to know what's crazy? The last time that happened, somebody popped on here and they're like, I love your channel. Woo, woo. And they're like, I went through 10 boxes of quarters and I didn't get no West Points. And I said, well, I said, you got to look at something. I said, you're on here with us. I said, this is how we do things. When we're looking for key things, and we brought West Points up earlier, because they're not intended for circulation. They got put in there for us. They were, you know, they were somewhat a genetic misfire, but they're highly collectible, especially the V75s. But this is how you got to look at it when it comes to this. Whether you're doing it in the twilight, in the confines of, you know, privacy of your own home, in the twilight of your life, or you're doing it like I am with everybody. If you don't find one time, you're one coin closer, and that's just how it is. That's an error. Sanding error for sure. Planching error. I know it looks like somebody took a Brillo pad to it or something, but that happens. That happens during the minting. When it comes down to either sanding too hard or not enough, either way it makes this tumbleized, caramelized effect around it. When it goes down, you get these stamps, it looks like, and smashed. I mean, you could see ones that are, you see how it's bent right here? That happens. We'll check it out. I know I've got a lot that'll sniff its trail out, but the guy was mad, and he's like, everybody tells me it's decent on here. And I said, it always is. You know, within 2 minutes of him bringing up about the 10 boxes him and his wife went through, do you know what happened? We popped the West Point, guys. And guess what? He felt a lot better, and I'm glad he did, because I told him, I said, don't worry, dude. It's inevitable. Like the sun coming up and going down or dying. It's going to happen. I mean, nothing exceeds but excess, guys. And, you know, you all are fucking living proof. And yet again, I mean, We got a box full of fucking West Points. These are all our West Points that we found together. These are all our West Points. And now we got another one to add to it. So what I was thinking one day is maybe we hit a certain amount of West Points and we can look through them for errors. Vet them, maybe. How we doing, Dave? Just snatched the West Point V75. That's probably our main gobstopper tonight, other than some exceptional airs. But we just started. We just started. Mysteries abound. Let's go, guys. It's still fresh out here. Anything's possible. And very eventful. You gotta love this shit. You gotta love it. And if you don't, you're in the wrong place. Grease hair. Alaskan Bearskis. Put you off to the side. Ooh, another dirty one. Yep, another major one. Now these, I just showed you guys a nice fucking toner of these. I got a really nice one though that's going in, and I'm a little nervous about it because I haven't seen one like it on the internet. But here's a Virginia. This Virginia right here's a nice toner, guys. Whoops. And here, you guys can actually see what looks like actual factual, but here, I'll put it down. You see, though? You see how all the different colors in it? Yep. See the front? Now I'm going to put the front up under the thing. You see these little black spots right here? It's some kind of substance, whether it was plastic, metal, wood, food, whatever, got trapped in here with the grease. It didn't get enough of its clad through the bonding process. That's why it's turning different colors. But these little black spots, something got embedded in the coin and actually put holes in the coin. It could have been other metal, but here, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's almost like it was hit with like a baby pea shooter or something from the Mayor of Munchkinland. You see the little everywhere? Yeah, those are like little fucking microscopic fucking holes where the little people hide and stuff. Oh yeah. And what's scary about that is you don't know what they're doing, so that's what makes them so dangerous and capable. But you see how beautiful it is? It's just a beautiful coin, and you don't see this a lot. So when you do see it, don't think that somebody got all drunk and hit it with the CLR too many times. That's not what happened. If you want to see what happens to a coin when you hit it, let it soak, so be it, but you'll destroy it. It's not going to look like this, though. It's never going to do anything like this. This is all done during the minting process. Excellent air. Just a good standpoint and reference point for you guys, though. Because anything that you guys find, even if you're not looking for it, even if it happens inadvertently, like you trip and stumble over it, and getting up you find it, so be it. Post it to the page. Link for the Instagram for this page is on there too, in the description. Okay. Ooh, here we go. Just the front, though. You notice that? Did you notice that? Just the front. Just the front. Nice one. The Joker. It's funny you bring that up because me and my daughter were relic hunting outside at the waterways, and she found a 1912 Barber dime, Denver Mint, in immaculate condition. It's gonna be getting graded. It was posted on the page. I can't believe she found it. I just don't understand. And in the shape it's in, I don't have Barber dimes that look like that. But I do have a Barber dime from 38. That's a toning error. And it's silver, obviously. But that's one thing I'm going to tell you guys. We don't go crazy over silver here. Now, if it's silver not intended for circulation, we're cool. But, like, when we find that old commie trap silver, and we find a lot of it, we don't care. But when we find, like, when we're going through Kennedy's 50-cent pieces and we find the silver-clad strikes, those are not intended for circulation. We found our first silver-clad proof because, your standard proofs are, copper. That's why you see the red in them. But we got our first our first proof copperclad. It was excellent, and it's only 487,000 minted of it, 2011, and then we got our first copperclad from 64. And that was nice. That was really nice. All that stuff's on the pages. Like when we get heavy hitters from anything, we post it. But when it comes to standard, like the same night that we got the proof silverclad, we end up getting a 65 and like a 67. We don't give a shit about those. That shit was made for circulation. Just because the composition is different from now, that's not my problem. It's not for, you know, if it ain't broke, we're not fixing it. This is not a silver channel. We're not, there's more in life than just silver. All right? We're not simple minded around here. You want to go slide down the sewer, so be it. But if we find it, we find it. But we're not looking for, like, we don't go like, oh, that's the last thing I do. But our last quarter, since you brought it up, what I like to find is like the old stuff. Because that's got historical value to it, you know? We found in here, our last piece of silver was a Standing Liberty, and we don't know what year it is. You want to know why? It's so fucking worn out, like a doorknob. Everybody got to turn with it. No, it's worn out now. What I'm going to do, though, somebody gave me an idea. I'm going to get that red acid that you put on it, and it's going to reveal. It should reveal an etching at a bare minimum of the year. But that son of a bitch, I mean, it's gone. It's worn out. I mean, we still have it, obviously, but... And what's crazy is I have 2 Standing Liberties. The other one I found in the ground at a Frisbee golf course years ago. And I didn't even know what the fuck it was. I really didn't. How we doing? Yeah, we're gonna be doing dimes soon. We need to capture the new dime for the book. Ooh, there we go. Botten. This is the last quarter made for the woman series, and these are low mint run. I like it because of the tennis racket. And she had the makings of a varsity athlete. Fuck, she was one. She was a champion absent Wheaties. Whoever passes a sentence will swing the sword, behave, or your head will roll away. Saratoga effect. Oh, we the bee's knees in the cat's pajamas over here, guy. You know how we do. Take a lick and keep on ticking. We don't let nothing get in the way of progress. And when it does, we steamroll right over it. There's only 24 hours in the day. Time don't wait for nobody. We got to. Not some beautiful airs, and out of nowhere, like usual, another V75. Oh, yes, Yerskis. What? And we're just starting, man. We got all sorts of stuff still happening. You know what we need, though, man. Last hunt, we only got 4, and we've only got 1 so far. We need some marsupial sunbats in the baby. After this, though, we're going to do a little bit of air hunting with X-ray specs over here. And God forbid, I don't know if anybody is on that was putting those crazy amount super chats. Like I said, anybody, you want it, that's fine. It's for the cause. I appreciate it. Anything over 50, though, just send it to the Cash App in the link in the description. They take a big white bet out of that. I could, everything else is normal, but I couldn't believe, like, I didn't want nobody sending nothing like that anyway. I mean, if you're going to, it's going to always go to the cause. It's going to help. It's going to help feed the engine. But Lord have mercy, like this stuff's all new to me. So like I'm like, oh, there's got to be an easier way around it. But I can't control what somebody's going to do, so I'm just trying to make it easier. No, because most of the time when this has happened, I can't look at the screen and see what's going on and do this at the same time. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people, I think that, I'm chasing that bat. You know I am. I need my bat. Hey, you know it, man. Hey, We found this on live too. Every single coin that you see, I show you, is found with you guys. Yeah. The bats and the babies and the birds and the bees will make you believe and behave. Somebody's got to do it. Oh, I've got a full legion of bats and babies. And you got to remember, for each coin, there's 2 of them. Safety comes in numbers. But no, I got some real heavy hitters that I'm nervous about sending in to be like graded, because I've never had coins graded in my life. Here we go. Here's a nice fucking toner. Wow. It's got like a dark. Ooh, see that, guys? See, from what I can see. Hi, Junebug. My little baby Junebug flying around. Don't get caught in a spider sight. You see that though, guys? That's a beautiful fucking toner. Ooh, it's in Arizona too. Oh shit. Strap your fucking spurs on your boots. Time to become a cowboy. Whoa! You can't really see it under the light, but it's a fucking error, pride and true. I'll tell you that though. Watch, I'm gonna pull out some crazy damn shit for you guys, and I do want your own. I want your first expression of it. Like, I'm not gonna think any different of you guys, because I'll tell you this right now. A lot of them coins, I assumed somebody was bored with life and wanted to fuck up a coin. And like I said, I'm so glad that I still pulled them off to the side and kept them segregated and didn't toss them back into circulation, because, you know, if I would have found this stuff out after, oh Lord, I would have been prostrated with grief. Wow. Now, even like stuff like this, I've seen ones where it's so deep it looks like somebody used it to sharpen knives. Some of those are errors. I mean, unless you see like a hole in a coin where somebody's put a string through it and they're wearing it like a medallion absent the bail, you know, that's... Oh, you guys got some good humor out here. I'm not looking for no bat airs. I never look for my bats on airs. That's just my favorite coin in the world. The bat and the baby. Better not trying to hurt my bat and baby. Karma will make sure you meet with an accident. Karma's rough. Karma is rough. The bat and the baby didn't hurt nobody. Okay. Mayflower Combat. Okay. Whoa. We just trying to grab what's healthy. We got to keep, the warlords over here, we got to keep at our war. Damn. Why does that Denver look too fresh for its fucking blood? Especially for our Philly. Jesus. I've never seen a Delaware like this. Like, it literally reminds me of a fucking business strike. The thing is, there was a few years where Denver and Philly did do business strikes, but naturally, by default, San Francisco does strikes and proofs most of the time. Here's another error. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Here we go. Compound error, guys. You see this? This is a clear indication of an error. No, I'm serious. Remember what I was telling you about the whole knife thing? There you go. And that's another thing that happens on here that's a little scary. Sometimes when I don't see a coin in a while, I don't see a bat, I'll say something about it, and then it just fucking pops up. Or somebody will bring it up and they'll talk in existence. Case in point, right here. How I was talking about, you might see ones that look like they were used for sharpening knives. Case in point. This is done during minting. This ain't post-mint. I'm going to keep it off to the side. It's a gobstomper. It's not, I can't tell you that. That's, like I told you, I'm not going to sit there and, that's something I don't have the autonomy to try to calculate that type of thing, because that's not something that I can do. I'm not equipped. That's not my process, big guy. All I know is I got into this because I started finding nice airs, and then like I was having some of my day ones on here and some of my mods and stuff. I flat out told them. I said, guess what? I've been practicing a little bit. I was putting in some good time doing recon, and especially that I had all those specimens. And they knew it too. And they're like, nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. And then when I started popping up certified photos of graded coins that looked identical to mine, it's all out the window at that point. Or bringing up articles and pictures directly from the mint. Because this is a thing a lot of people don't realize. You can go have a tour at the mint and see the process and ask them 100 million questions, and they have to give you an answer. And they work there. They specialize in that shit. So there's no, you can dust the fucking under the rug if you want, but if it's there, it's there. So like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you one thing and fuck up what credibility I have, because it takes a lifetime to build it and only seconds to make it crumble. So yet again, I'll tell you, I don't have the autonomy for that. This one's a little fucking weird too. What do we got going on here? I don't know, but it wanted to be almost. It was almost absent. It's a filly. His nose is messed up. It's an air. You want to know why? There's a nose air like that. It looks like a die clash, but I've seen, and I don't know if it's this one exactly, because this is a Utah Park one. That nose thing though. Yeah, that's enough to make it. But no, one that really, bingo. Another one that really caught, the Bicentennial double die. It looks like it's a Denver. It looks like a fucking business strike if you compare it to any other coin, including we pulled a proof, Bicentennial. Like I said, when we're done doing this, I'm gonna start pulling out some nice ones. You guys are gonna see. Now, these are the ones that I know I'm scared of doing, like this. I mean, I can't find one on there that even looks like this. Oh, yeah. This is one of my first big finds with y'all. This was last year, honestly. This was last year. This is one of the beginning finds. This was number one, honestly, and right here. This one right here. And this was number two. But yeah, this one stuck out bad. I was like, ooh. That's, yeah, you got yourself a good fucking air. Post it to the page, please. I would love to see it. It'd warm the heart and heighten the spirits. Oh! Well, save the manatees! Any mighty know we hop out get them. Well, how you knew it? You was right here when we hit them. Yeah, number two with the West Points, baby. V75, Gobstopper. Got you feeling all oxless noxless. You want more? Yeah. Hold on here. Let me tighten this up. Shape up or ship out. I told you the warlords are with them. We do this here. Let me get this. Let me elevate this. Yeah, you guys like that? Another V75 to add to the fucking gainers. I told you we make history around here, and you guys can't, hey, nobody can ever take this away from you. Everybody that's on here with me when we found this, nobody can take it away from you. Just like after this, they're being posted as heavy hitters. Because they are. You gotta remember, each West Point is only 2 million run. That's not a lot of them. That's not a lot. The Drosky! That's how they grew Drosky back in the day, absent equipment. The Drosky! Yeah! That's number two, guys. I told you, if there's smoke, there's fire. If there's fire, there's flame. If there's one, there's two. There's two, there's three. Nothing exceeds but excess. It pays to discover, and I'm not talking fucking MasterCard. Let's save the manatees. Come on. Oh, we're like a fucking freight train, absent tracks right now. I know I am. That shit got me going. Got that triple unique. Ooh, yeah. This one knows how to behave. This is a greaser. Light toner. But no, we just captured our second West Point. V75, the Zenith, the Ambrosia of the West Points. Uses 5 different variants throughout the 2 years they were made. Either or. It went down. This is what happens. Flip it off this. Oh, that little cut. Yeah, I no. The only reason I say that is because I was looking at certain quarters and I seen one and they had like an arrow toward it and it showed like a little die crack in it like that. And I don't know if it was common, but it stuck. It was engraved in my brain. I couldn't get away with it. Stay out of my orchard, let my peaches be. Oh yeah, I'll tell you this right now. We're only 54 minutes in, and we captured our second West Point. That's excellent. That's excellent. That's fucking crazy. Oh. Well, that's our mint mark anyways. We're warlords on here. That's just how it is. Ain't no getting around that shit. I'm just happy that it's happened because, like, something's got to happen for all of us. We're all destined for great and unfortunate things, mind you. Here's another error. You see that? See this? Big time error. And it's a 94? Oh, shit. That's pretty good. Here we go, guys. Check it out. Big time error. Not nothing super crazy, but enough to make the error, you know, the totally hit the. Oh, it's made grade. Look at that. Bloop, 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 bloop. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. Within a week or two, I should have a lot more knowledge so I can actually spit out to you guys when somebody goes, well, how does that exactly happen? I don't want to sit here and mix the process up or what I read, even though I read it a lot. I read different things. I've been reading a lot of different stuff, you know, directly from the mint and certified companies who've certified these coins. Some of them, they certify them, right after they'll fucking buy it right from the fucking owner before they could even get it back. But what I'm trying to tell you is these are guaranteed errors that I'm yanking out for you. This ain't me swinging at the fences or grasping at straws. It's not. And I'm a man of accountability. So let's say that I go, oh, this one's an error. We find out it ain't. I get thrown under the bus. I take one on the chin. That's all there is to it, guys. If that's what a real person does. That's how you take accountability. You go, my bad. Some people, they can't be told. You can't, and you can't even help them. You try to help them in a positive way, and they take it like negative and constructive criticism. It's like, that type of stuff don't bother me. I would rather if somebody help me or see that I'm doing something, be like, hey, you know, you could do better like this, or like, do you know that coin you just passed up as this? Like I said, knowledge is power. Like, some people thrive off misery and they're ignorant, but that's not us. I know it's not me. So, like, if I see something, I'm going to I want to prevent unnecessary bullshit. So, like, if I can help, cool. If it ain't broke, we're not fixing it. But we're not on here with deluded illusions of grandeur and glory. I'll tell you that. We're not trying to convince the tin hat people what's going on here. That's another one. But like I said, you really got to pick your battles with these because it could be very problematic very quick. Unless you have a set amount for a budget to where you could actually hold cascades of coins, you have to really be very precise. So, you know, I've been doing this for a little bit, and it's like, at this point, I know Weir Farm, is it going to be a V75? You communist. The only reason I said that is because we've yanked so many of these V75 Weir Farms. Yeah. Okay, hold on here. You asking a lot of questions. I guess we'll give you some answers. Mind you, guys. Here. How about this? We'll make it nice and easy for you. I'll pull out a normal West Point because we haven't found no small variants. Like I said, there's 2 years they made them, guys. 2019 and 2020, okay? Now, the 2019s, none of them are V75s. All your V75s will come from 2020. This is your standard West Point. Now, your average circulation strike comes from Philly or Denver, okay, guys? We do know this, right? That's something that we all can agree on. You're at, like a Denver or Philly, even though it's gone. That's a W for their spot in West Point. Now, they got other places that they've used throughout the years and this and that, like Carson City, New Orleans. There's all sorts of places. But who's usually used for the circulation strikes, Philly and Denver. There's been a few years here and there that they would do like business strikes and proofs. Those are done in San Francisco, guys. Like, here's a proof. We'll get to that later, but W for West Point. Obviously, if it's a 2019, you're not going to have a V75 privy over here. If you have the V7, for some odd reason, West Points are really high sought-out collector's items too. But if you have one with the V75, that people just seek them out big time. But this is your standard West Point. And like I said, we don't know if we got Arizona. We don't be looking like that. And then you have West Point V75s. Like my favorite coin in the whole wide world. And we found this one a month or two ago. You got your West Point W here. And then for the ambrosia of these, right here. You see the V75 privy mark, right? The marsupial sunbat and the baby. You will behave. And like I said, we've grabbed, so far, 2 V75s, guys. You guys are fucking smoking it over here. Breaking necks and backs up in here. I can't wait to line these guys up. We might as well take them to Utah. Firing squad, huh? And look. Beautiful fucking park one. And the Drosky. You can't beat it, guys. You can't beat it. Each West Point that was made for those 2 years, only $2 million each. That's nothing, guys. That's nothing. El Duque. We keep Columbias. We check them for errors too. Okay. I've been stockpiling them. So like when we do it one night, it's like going to be real healthy. See, this is the thing. You can never know enough. It would honestly be fucking overwhelming to know it all. The strain would be a little too hard for us to bear. It would be rough. But you can... Oh! Holy shit! Ho, ho, ho! And it's a bicentennial toner! Oh! Man, I know who... This son of a bitch gave me so much power. Oh! It was just... Ooh! Look at that! I know who's going to get the Heisman for the next 10 years. I can feel it. Holy shit, guys. Now, if you got one like this, you better post it, you. Whoever's talking about, I got one that's all rainbowed out. Anything that's doing with bicentennial commands presence, high-end collector. That's a high-ending collecting item right there. That one's going to get great. That one's going. Oh, yeah. It don't want to be born again like the water leopards, believe me. It just wants to be bubble boy. This motherfucker nice. Look at that. That is, I don't got one that looks like this. This is nuts. This is nuts, guys. And look, waving through on here. And then look, we got a little bit of purple here. You were talking about purple earlier. You talked it in existence, like I said, Mkai. You can't beat this. Oh, my God. This equivalent. Okay, hey. I have another bicentennial arrow that I'm going to show you guys later. But it's not a toner. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. Pull out the pooper scooper. We're ripping the concrete up with our feet, guys. Oh, shit. This is nuts. You're not going to find a lot like that. It's honestly surprising it's happening over here the way it is. Oh, I'm dead serious. That is crazy right there. You know, or you get when it's all red. I'm going to show you ones where they're missing the whole clad. Or the layers of clad on them. And they're fucking red. Beet red. Little grease. Ooh. I don't like seeing these on the back first too because I always think they're West Points. We've commanded a lot of captures of these. They don't elude. Hey, they can't elude capture when it comes to us. No, they can't. We'll find them. And believe me, the coins will get gone through again. I won't do it, but they'll get gone through. Somebody does it. And they love doing it because they find what we don't find. Damn, look at that son of a bitch. Fresh in the coat of what? Ooh, the Drosky. It's just too fresh for my blood. There's something going on. I can feel it. He up to no good over there. Okay, what are you talking about with the VH, big guy? Where do you see VH at? I just, hey, I'm sorry, I can't, like I told you, anybody who knows, I can't look at the screen and do this at the same time. I don't have the luxury to do that. So I gotta glance here and there and pick up little questions and drips and dabs. Nobody be afraid ever. If you go, hey, you're not gonna, if you don't ask, you're never gonna know if you don't try. So like, don't be timid. And remember, there's no such thing as a dumb question as long as it's common sense. If the question lacks common sense, then yeah, you're asking for. But other than that, as long as you're seeking, you know, your thirst for the knowledge, yeah. Nope. It wasn't worth showing. There wasn't nothing going on. Damn, that's a clean weir farm too. Son of a bitch. Oh, where do you think you're going, you? Here, another one. Here, let me ask you guys this. We're only an hour in, right? Are we going to find any more West Points? No, because you guys are killing it. And, oof. Now, I know with them, if they have like an extra thing of corn coming out, that's like their major heir. God, that's clean. I might have to rip the old one out of the book and put that one in there. Davenport, Iowa. Don't make me hit the kill switch. That'll just be the beginning. Everybody's problems will be ending, and yours will just be starting. Don't do it to yourself. Be a better friend. Anybody who's got a pair of ears, don't let it go in one ear and out the other. Be a better friend to yourself. Life's too short to be fucking pissed off. Now, as long as it has to pertain to this, coins, what we're doing, search, the thirst, the anticipation, the suspense, the action, the glory, we all ears. Like, you see that? You see how it's all dirty and oxidizing? That's an error. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Simple little things like this. That doesn't come off. That does not come off. That's trapped in the coin. Frederick Douglass. Now, here, guys. Let me show you an error of Frederick Douglass. You're going to be like, what the hell? I'm going to put it on X-ray specs. I think it's still up here, yeah. All right, let you guys see good old Frederick Douglass. Pastel Man. Right? Check this one out. It's one of the funniest errors there is. You're looking like Afro Man in the background trying to smoke a spliff with some glasses on. Oh no. That shit's awesome, man. Bible Belt. West Point just means where it was minted at. That W mark means it was at the West Point Mintery. At their coinage, you know, the treasury. That's all. It'll be okay. We'll get over it. It's not that big of a deal. We'll get over it. It's one of those things I would call one of those good problems. Like you find a quarter with a W on it, you're doing something good. Mostly mint sets and, you know, rarities are made out of there. Okay, guys. Perfect. 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 Do you see that? Fucking perfect. Here's a prime example of why you guys are going to be seeing straight venom from me, because I'm going to give you some good knowledge now. I know you guys could see it better like this. You're not going to really see it, but you see that? That happens when cloth or plastic or wood or something gets on there. But specifically, I think it's plastic or cloth. When it gets trapped in there during the, you know, the sealing process and the bonding when it's going down. That's where you get that from. There's about 12 to 20 different characteristics of things like this. Of certain things that would get in there. And it has it's like its signature. That is an error. I know it looks stupid and silly, but this is an error. And like I said, if you go to the Mint or some of them companies that collaborate them, it's common knowledge. They'll show you pictures and they'll tell you exactly how it happened. So, I'm just glad that it's popping up because I can show it to you. God forbid if what I'm telling you ain't enough, that's fine. Go out and get yourself some real peace of mind. Be double concurred. Be duly noted. Because once you see that they're saying the same exact thing I just told you, then you should be all right. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I want you to. Because like I said, the last thing I'm going to do is start making shit up. I don't have no fucking laboratory. I don't do Frankenstein stories. What I will do, though, is look out for y'all. And when I do know something and see something, I'm going to tell y'all. Ooh, there we go. Save the manatees. Got a marsupial sunbat baby, my favorite. That's number 2. We got 2 finally. Bicentennial. Dude, I'm telling you, we're rocking it with the bicentennials. I'm keeping all the bicentennials aside so we can look at them too. Hey, must be the delay. And look, I believe we got an error right there. The Black Beauty, they call them. The Black Beauties. It didn't have enough TLC through the minting process. Don't know exactly. Now, this is left for interpretation. I'll do some recon on it. There's another light air. Spit and spad. The back is all die clash. Wow. She's got some gashes. Rations of thrashings it looks like she took. Look at that. Oh, yeah. They were fucking applying belt to ass. I don't know what they did, but they messed her up. They fucking sent her for a loop. Damn it. I'm telling you, it's just crazy what can, what can constitute as what. And the thing is, you might have something that you think is just not what it's supposed to be, and you're just like, I don't care for this coin. Even coins you don't care for can still make somebody want it a lot. Sometimes you just don't know what you got. Light toner. Ooh, a Drosky. It ain't a Westie though. We already got our Westie of it. Right now, what I like to do is I like to knock each one off the map. But now that ooh. I don't like Florida because they should have put the fucking manatee on there. There's too many fucking palm trees and spaceships flying around. Florida's known for the manatee. Why don't you put the fucking manatee on there? No, I'm serious. There's only 3 species of manatees, and Florida has one of them. You think Florida have been known for the manatee? And said, no, they want to put a palm tree, and you got a palm tree in like 10 of the quarters. Like, come on. Stop being Simple Sally and Simon. Even Sally Ride was a champion absent Wheaties. I seen a New Hampshire one that was completely missing the clad on it. It was real beet red. Thousands, tens of thousands. At an auction. At an auction, mind you. That's the type of shit that sticks out in my craw. When you see people, and you know, the coin's already certified already, so there was no, everybody wanted it anyways. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the type of things that seal the deal. There is nothing up for interpretation or speculation at that point. And when it comes to certain things, it's not there's a set price. They can give you a range, but you got to remember, if somebody wants a coin bad enough, they'll pay whatever. It's not about dangling in front of them. You just don't know how thirsty some people are for certain things you have. And as long as you got coins that'll quench the appetite, oh, they will quill your breast. All you need is a little ember of purpose to get that going. We're going to find out how much the cream of the crop heirs are. There ain't no getting around it. Bible Belt. The Spartans. Wow, that one looked like it had a fucking sideways sanding on it. Good thing Igor is going to go through these. Whoa! Crossing the deli. See, always looking for that dye chip air up there, but it looks like a lump of shit on his hat. Almost like with the cotton gin. Yeah. She's got an extra bun over here. Looks like a little potato. Ellis Island. The making of new beginnings. Some of my grandparents came in through that way. Shit, probably. Oh, who knows? Now, here's like a teeny weeny air, but it's a nice air. See how it's not well rounded? There's more over here. It's left heavy. Yeah, it's like a plancha there. It's totally well worth it. I've got ones that are way crazy. I still can't get over this craziness right here, though. This is fucking sexy. God. Fuck. Want to pile drive somebody off a roof. Gives me so much. Man, I'm telling you, the adrenaline, the dopamine, the endorphins all rush through me simultaneously. Open the floodgates. Into the flood again. Same old trip it was back then. No, that motherfucker had me floating like Juno upon cloud. I was like, holy shit. And it had to be a bicentennial? We're not silver hunting. You want to see the silver that we found? Go to the community page. Go to the funny pages. That'll show you. We're not looking for silver. If we find it, so be it. But if it's not a silver clad and not intended for circulation, we really don't give a shit. Like, there's more to coins than just silver. Don't dilute yourself over there. We got things that are better than silver. Oops, sorry, no tortilla. See how that just doesn't fucking come off? It's stuck in there. Like I told you, it's grease error. A lot of people think, oh no, it's on there. It's on. Oh, I bet it is. How about you lick it off for me? It's not going to come off. Ooh, there we go. No more botting for you. You want to chase the bird, Tweety Cat? Go ahead. Deluded illusions of grandeur and glory for you. There's another one for you to chase. The Voyagers. Let me ask you something. Do you have any thought in your brain or any brain cells that are thinking about anything other than silver? Because you're really limiting yourself when you think about just silver. Silver is not the wheel that reshaped the world, man. Whoever passes senses must swing the sword. You better behave or the head might roll away. Saratoga effect. Ooh, save the manatees! Yeah! That's number 3. Don't fall, you ain't getting up. Hope you ate your vegetables. See? And you wonder why I like to be silent. No, because you got people come on here and they're very inconsiderate. They want to start clawing for questions, but they don't want to answer. That's a lack of disrespect. That's big lack of respect. Like, that's really disrespectful. Good thing that, you know, I'm the type that it just doesn't bother me. What bothers me is stupidity and bullshit. I'm allergic to it. So it's not tolerated here. So you know what's right, what's wrong at this point. I don't think you want to slide down the sewer again. You don't want to be an anthropod. Are you an anthropod? Yeah, I bet not. You ain't gonna say nothing anyways. Yeah, you ain't got no courage. You ain't got no backbone to find the answer. We don't like that. We don't like the lurking though. That's sick. You come on here and demand answers. Well, certain people are not demanding your presence anymore. Well, you're polluting the habitat. No, you are. So, the suggestion is you should rotate, especially that you have no respect and can answer back. Like, you're not Gary Cooper. You're not the strong silent type. I already know that. Otherwise, you would, you know, the last thing you would have did would be in this tar pit that you put yourself in, this quagmire. You wouldn't have been, if you're Gary Cooper, you wouldn't have came on here asking about silver. You would have just sat here and you would have watched, because everything in time reveals itself. But you revealed your own ignorance. Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. So, you can try again. Next time it's the catapult. Lilt, you want to go time out? Maybe you got to go sit down and time out. Go play with the ocarina. Go put holes in the wall with the ocarina. Oh, we'll bring it back because we're going to bring it. Come on. Oh, just do it. Hey, I know you can't help yourself like a dog with 2 bones. Come on, let it loose. Oh, see, that's your normal butterfly. I haven't got one of these little hat airs yet. Little plants. It'll be all right. The thing is, it's people like you get engraved in the brain. I'll remember that bullshit. Yeah, you gotta go there. Yeah, that's how it goes. Because you can't sit on here and lurk like you're peeping through the window, bro. That's sick. Everybody on here is talking, and then you come on with the whole silver shit. Yeah, you had to go bye, bye, bye. You ain't polluting this area. Everyone's got diplomatic immunity over here. Good question. Good question. I don't know. That's a very good question. Looks like I'm going to have to look into it tonight when I'm off, huh? When I get off here. Are you fucking kidding? No, please don't tell me we did it again. Oh, I was about to say. It's bad. We hit it twice. That's crazy enough. I'll let you know this right now. We crack it 3 times. We might just set the bar high. The most we've ever found in one blip was 4 in one live. 4 of those. Our second one of these. A business strike, I think. No, a proof. A proof. Some foreign coins. That's another thing that happens a lot in here that we haven't seen lately. A lot of foreign stuff. One of our, some of our epic finds are foreign. You see that? How it's all white? Like somebody put Colgate all over it. It's got too much chloride in it. Calcifying the brain. That's a form of an error too. That whiteness, yeah. Makes it look like an albino buffalo. Oh, save the manatees. Yeah. Number 4. Fuck yeah. Our ranks are swelling. Westy. Oh. I don't know, can you? That's something you're going to have to go look in the mirror and figure that out. Don't worry. We're busy doing what we're always doing. You see this nastiness? You see how it don't come off? Because it's not gonna. Nasty ass grease air. You see this should tell you right here. You see how it's like. Yeah, that's done while it's being minted. Well, I don't know. Can you? Can you go out and do it? Because we're not stopping you. Now that I've never seen. That looks like that was intentional. That looks like Crash Dummy Special. Well, then you need to work harder because I'll tell you this right now. No matter how hard you work, the coin's always going to win. Don't be defacing a coin. That's ignorant. Yeah, the Black Beauties. Most of them are. I mean, you got any to look like this? Those are major errors, especially if it's a bicentennial. Oh, yeah. And let's say this thing's a double die adverse on top of it. Oh, this son of a bitch is... This motherfucker gonna move mountains. Yeah, you get something like that, you gonna break the mold. Yeah, they're called Black Beauties. Look it up, big guy. If you're really that worried about the coin, send it in to have it graded. They'll, right there on the spot, they'll certify it. If that's an error, it's going to say it on there. Even if you don't see it, there's going to be things on there you might not see, man. They're going to let you know. Yatoshi. If you didn't do it to it, obviously we'd be able to tell. But like, you got something decent, put it on the page, community page. That's me. I'll let you know this right now. There's probably a good chance it is an error as long as you didn't fuck with it. Bicentennial. I'm going to show you a real nice air of theirs in the end. Sally Ride, Dr. Sally Ride. Oh, shit. Now, here we go again, guys. Here we go. Now, look. I was looking into all the states. In the beginning, I guess, there were certain ones, and this is the beginning. They said that they did some kind of experimental phase, and they made quarters that looked gold, but they didn't mean to. And I'm not talking like this. This is novelty items that high-end companies helped make with collaboration. The Mint made them and sent them over, and they pressed them. Or like the old school ones. These were microscopically sprayed press. Not enough on it to make anything. But they're not intended for circulation. But this ain't that. But I was just reading about it. This is one of those coins. And you want to know what's funny? I think I'm going to have to post it. I'm going to have to post the information and this coin next to it. Just so you guys can see. Look at that. So I'm going to know. I know it doesn't seem real light in here. You can't really see much with this other than like imperfections. But on top of this thing being that, it's anything that I can see right off the bat. Well, really not much. At first I thought we wasn't having a Minmar, but the Philly's there. The Philly's there. The back, Virginia just... These coins are epic. This is the very first year, the second year of the state program. You can't really see what's going on, but like I said, it's a big time error. I'm going to show y'all. Don't worry. Simple little, like I said, very problematic if you don't have a budget already set out on what you can hold and what you can't, because you might luck out and come across some major ones. Like my favorite one that I'm right here, my main find. You can't stop that. It's just too sexy. But I'm telling you, I haven't found, like, that's just nothing but bliss. Hell yeah, and benevolence. I'm going to let you know this right now. If you hear me wasting breath and whapping lips, I'm telling you because I'm letting you know. So, if I tell you could go to a certain website and you can find out exactly what I told you from them, go ahead, confirm. I don't want anybody to have any doubt. You don't want any doubt when you're doing this. You want to be pretty decisive. You don't want to be insecure of your actions. And like I said, anybody who wants to see any heavy hitters that was captured before your inception to this channel, go to the community posts and just back drag. You're gonna find all sorts of stuff. Bingo. That don't come off. That's not a layer of crud. Believe that. Believe it. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you can't believe this, you'll never believe anything. That's all I can say. Because it's not about me convincing you. I'm not going to mislead you. It just would be very impractical. It would be deplorable and unethical. It's just not something that I'm built to do. That's not how I work. No, because there's nothing good that comes from it. Hell no. Hell no. I'll pass on that. You'll ruin them. If there's any value to them, you don't want to clean them. Like literally, that's how you'll destroy the coin. Like, wreck it. Like, hey, each his own. Like, you gotta clean a clean coin, but there's a right way to vet them when it comes to cleaning and stuff. But like, you just don't want to sit there and give it the 1-2. You don't want to do that. You don't want to go Gustavo and give it that affirmative action type shit. How we doing? Ooh, there we go. Save the manatees. Number 5, no glove, no love. And you know, this is honestly a decent night because I'm playing me and my cousin on standby playing moderator, so I can't really do too. But for the most part, everybody came to behave, and I love it. That's what I like. Keep it coming. Hey, whatever you want to do, Aces Highs, each his own. But we're not doing it. We're not doing it here. Because it's not going to do anything to a coin that's going through an unstable mutation because of the minting process to begin with. Like, it's not going to do anything to it. You're going to ruin what we have here. Because anything that's messed up, it commands, believe me. But guess what, guys? Anybody who's been on for a hot minute, you'll know we are going to be doing nickels and dimes soon, and pennies. I got my very first box of pennies ever. Most places wasn't giving them out. I was able to get some dimes, so we could try to find a new dime in there, mess around with some dimes. I got nickels, so we can go through nickels again. That's where I found my first official error. And that's what got me into errors. That's one of my favorite ones, my very first error that I found. Yeah, it is if you do it at somewhat of a bulk rate. Damn. Now, sometimes when you find West Points, they look like this too. But if you find one's real shiny like this, you got an S and you got a business strike. A business strike, it just got an extra layer over it. It's got just a big mirror cameo completely across like this. When it comes to the proofs, though, like that's a business strike, see? Like I said, it's real shiny like it. It's got an S. But when it comes to the proofs got the real dark back mirror cameo. And then the adverse is frosted, like minted Prater. See? And then you also got your S mint mark for San Francisco. Okay? But yeah, if you come across coins like this on the back and you don't see the mint mark yet, there's nothing wrong with assuming it might be a business strike or a West Point. Now, I know with this, it's got to have an extra tassel coin or something there. I'm not really too hip to it because I haven't messed with Wisconsin like that. But we'll take a gander. See, there's your normal. Penny's got a lot of stuff going on. And a lot of people go after them, and a lot of people, that's their favorite coin. You got to remember, everyone's got their own favorite coin. The decimal and the certain ones, like, so, you know, you got to take all that in consideration. You got to step back and look at everything retrospect, hindsight 2020. Can't be looking at everything one-sided. That's not how things work. Why do you think a coin's not one-sided? Huh? Think about it. That's just how it goes down. You don't want to sink like the Titanic absent iceberg. It'd be sad to see you go like that. I don't want to go like that. Nobody want to go like that. If that's what you want to do, you're going to do it. Nobody's going to stop you, man. But you're not. You're hey. You wasn't. Hey, they didn't put you in charge of setting the world's hair on fire. I know that. I'm not gonna give you credit where it ain't due. You haven't earned it. No, I know. Hey, they didn't put you in charge of setting the world's hair on fire. You can keep rolling your wheels in the fucking mud, but obviously you can see you're going nowhere with this. You see how this works? You want to try that again? Or are you just one to miserable? You just like to throw caution to the wind. There's places for everybody. Hollow vessels with no substance. Be perfect to fill it in. Well, that's why I said it. You know, you know, you got to sit there and think about this. That's common knowledge. So, you know, the writing was on the wall, and I'm not talking Pink Floyd. You see how that works? That motherfucker was NFIFC worthy, too. I couldn't believe that. That motherfucker got too many coats of lacquer on it. You know, you might think everything's all laughing and fun, but I guarantee, before you know it, you're going to be in situations where you're not going to be laughing. If somebody's laughing, you're going to want to smack the taste out their face. Tread carefully, man. Hey, life and death, don't discriminate, man. It's around the corner for everybody. Last thing you need to do is acting like, you know, you ain't got the world at your feet, acting like impending doom. You have everything at your disposal. I would take advantage of things and stop extorting it. Take advantage of it. Embrace it. Don't extort it. All right, guys, I'm checking out what we got. We're going to do the rest of what we got here. Let me load these up here and put them on deck. After these, though, we're going to start going through some errors. I'm going to show you guys some real prominent errors that are just common knowledge. If it ain't to you guys, it will be soon. One thing that we're about, we are about it. Well, there you go. We're going to be going through pennies on here soon. You're more than welcome to join as long as you can behave. You don't seem like a breeder or a converter, so it just seems like you're a little rambunctious. And, you know, I can understand that. I can relate. I get rambunctious sometimes. This is therapeutic. Mysteries abound. It's not that big. I can't keep them all. I'm going to show you a proper one later. Saratoga. We don't solicitate like that. You can. Hey, poacher. Hey, we got something going on. No. That's not what it... I'm sorry, guys. We don't do poaching on here. Here, where you at? We got something going on. You got to go. We'll stay here. You know, that's like rubbing one out with a fucking cheese grater. You just don't do that. Yeah. I'm going to show you one at the end of this hunt. Double die adverse. Commands a lot of respect with its presence. And then we come across a killer one. Compound one. Where's that sound gun at? We've got it somewhere around here. I know it hasn't eluded me. Right here. Fucking toner. Bicentennial, baby. And it's healthy. And like I said, that's just the beginning of the iceberg. But yeah, anything that has to do with bicentennial or, you know, really, there's a lot of collectors out there that go fucking punch drunk. Oh, we got another light one. See these pops in them and this and that. If any of this is post coin, I would want to say maybe this or that, but those look like die breaks. Oh yeah, now that I'm looking at it, oh yeah. This was done during the minting process. Yep, that's a keeper. I'm going to tell you this right now, dude. I've never done pennies. I just told you I got my first box for everybody. People have been requesting. I've never done pennies, so I can't. From what I know, there's like 15 years that they did West Points. Only one of the years has the West Point mint mark on it. But they have all sorts of stuff to look for on there. Like, I know a lot of people, pennies is their bread and butter. Like with me, my marsupial sunbat and the baby's my bread and butter. I have a full legion of these, plus more. I have a lot swelling the ranks. Save the manatees, see? What? They command each other. Safety comes in numbers. You will behave, or I'll send the babies, the bats and the birds and bees to make you believe and behave. Oh, yeah. I'll send the whole legion. Believe me, they know even what to do, even if they feel like they might be absent commander. They don't fall from tradition. They don't lose. They gain battle morale from that shit. You know, a lot of things and a lot of people tend to fold under pressure instead of focus. So you got, you know, you got to go by the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Well, like I said, that's something fresh for me, those pennies. So I have to start doing recon on that shit too, man. Because I'm sure I'm not going to start talking about it when I don't know nothing about it. I know pennies are awesome. I've never had a problem with them. Light grease air. Nothing to get in a twist about. The Voyagers. Well, you might have an heir then. Blessed, my son. Everything bad goes away. As long as you repent. Sally Ride, baby. What? No, she's just a fun one to look for heirs on. Rest her soul, though. First woman astronaut. First woman to the moon. Powder the moon, Alice. No sheesh. Well, something's got to be nifty. Damn. That Ozark Riverway is just too fresh. Too many coats of lacquer. Utah firing squad state. Nope, no poop on the hat. Da 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 Wah, 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 wah. Yatoshi. Betsy. Oregon Trail. Make sure you got your Arctic Pine wheels. Leprechaun, absent the rainbow and gold. Well, isn't that a daisy? Yeah, he ain't got that extra lump up there. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite. I got a steel penny from back. You're damn right I did. That motherfucker hugging the floor to hold on. Too much McKillicuddies. He's green around the gills. It must be a glitch. It must be. Oh, shit. The wilderness. Grease error. Yeah, that's a grease error, see? See how it's just a weird pull? Like, I'm telling you, the machines don't like to behave. Bobo, how we doing? I didn't even notice that was you, Bobo. What? How we doing? It warms the heart to see your presence here. You know us. We hit the ground running. We never looked back. Waldo, where you at? Virgil, Cecil, where are you? Oh, we're farm. Oh, that would have been our third Westie. Come on. Bobo. And mysteries abound, guys. What? I said leprechaun. I said leprechaun absent rainbow and gold. Too much McKillicuddies. His ass a little too deep in the weeds. He petered out. Dadrowski. I've been pulling off these off the side so I can look at them later, or try to look at the airs so we know what we're going for. Whoops. Shawnee. Now that's paint. I'm almost guaranteeing it. I don't know, though. It could be, though. Frederick Douglass, Pastel Man. Sally Ride. Oh, back-to-back Sally. I think that's a down Sally. You see how her face is all... Look, I know you're like, oh, here we go. See how one face is a little bit different? Yeah, we'll figure it out. She ain't eluding us. Ellis Island. The Black Beauty. Yep. A weak will won't heal the heart. Fucking toner. Grab your ice doters. I can feel it. Oh, yeah, I can feel it. Wee 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 wee. Here we go. In for a penny, in for a pound. Ah, come here, you. Sorry, guys, I had to start standing up. Can't stay in a spot for too long. Oh, we had to restart, huh? Yeah, bad connection or something. Somebody's cross getting wide. Something. There we go. Put him over there. Well, I know we've been on for 2.5 at least. Damn. We're going to let you go. I don't like him. I really don't. Even if we got the proof for it, I would have to take the proof for the strike, but yeah, I don't like him. He's up to no good. I don't like his shenanigans. Ew. Man, I'm getting to... Woo. What the hell? What is your malfunction? Now that's just... Ugh. Yeah, that's out of grease there, guys. That motherfucker come out of the grease pit. Damn. I gotta take a drink. Keep yourself hydrated. Keep yourself refreshed. Don't turn into a piece of human jerky. Yeah. Ooh. That's just how it works. The homestead. Is that me? Is it supposed to be like that on there? Is it me, or does it look like it's like all pushed in? Right in there. Is that what a homestead... Hold on here. The only homestead I know we got nearest is a business strike, I think. No. Damn it. I'm just going to pull it off to the side, guys. No, there's something weird about it. There's that damn leprechaun again. The Weir Farm.
Look, guys. What? Save the manatees. What? Any money, mo, we help out get them. Well, how you knew there's a third one that we hit them with them? The Weird Farm. Yeah. That's our third West Point V75, baby. You can take that to the bank. You can put that in your pipe and smoke it. You want more? One more and you guys hit the fucking record for the most in a one hunt. We're at 3-0. Damn. What? You want more? I don't think you can handle it. Yeah. Looks like some of you guys that do have the makings of a varsity athlete. I commend you. I'm telling you, we're fucking bone crushing. Honestly, no, because I have to get coin books. I've only got a few, and I got them at Hobby Lobby, and they offered a lot, but they didn't have a lot of shit going on. And that was a while back. Master coin books. I've got one of the new coin books for all the new coins that were made for this year. We guys still get the dime. And then we got to wait for the end of the year for the other 3 quarters to come out. Because they come out every few months, have you noticed? We've got our third West Point V75, everybody, though. You guys should wear that. Wear that like stripes. No, you guys earned it. There ain't too many of you guys on my channel who can actually say they've been there to capture three or more West Points. Like I said, the most we've ever captured in one blow was 4. Who? I'm not an owl, Bobo. You said who? I can, if you're on at the end, I'll show you like what books I got. I got a state book that we just got done with, but it's only for, it's not, you know, it doesn't have one for Philly, this and that, and it's not like a master book, and it's just the simple one for the states. You got to remember all the other things that come with it, the park ones, the women, all that shit. You want to get that big master book. And then, like, I try to get all the ones for the older ones so we can still film that in, but, man, they were shabby on that. It was shady. Like, they didn't aim to please, I'll tell you that. Dude, you guys are, hey, I don't care what anyone says, whether you guys are petering out because you guys need sleep. This is going to be a memorable life, like a big one. 3 West Points. Oh, all V75s. You guys, like Krispy Kreme, you guys are banking those molds. Keep it up. I'm going to have to get a West Point book. Put them all in there. Try to get each one of them. Like Pokemon, got to catch them all. IQ, but Idaho potato. That's just nuts. There we go. Birdie, birdie. So, we've hit major gobstoppers tonight. No strike. We don't business strikes. I wasn't expecting. We've hit 4 business strikes in the last week, and then prior to that, we went almost 3 months dry. Those are the hardest things to find in circulation because they're just not. They were specifically made for collectors. Mathematically, they're just the hardest thing to find. Like, why do you think I told you? You'll find. You seen how many? Like, if you go back to some of my lives, you can see people asking me questions about that. And you can hear me, like, you find 10. We found 10 West Points before we broke and started finding water or pay dirt with this business strikes again. But when we did, we hit really rare ones. Like ones that are so rare that you can't even find the Phillies or Denvers of them because they're just so old. and so rare, like the Volcano. Like we've only, out of the last 3 boxes we did this week of quarters, we've only gotten 2 of these that are just Phillies. This is a business strike. It just got a scratched up thing. I just had to have a case to put it in. But yeah, this was one of the real clean ones. The Volcano's always. But yeah. Really clean. Really clean Volcano. That's my personal natural steel mill. You ain't got a good alibi, it's good alibi. Actually, yeah, I have one of my favorite ones. You can see like somebody must have touched it or something when it was being minted, because it's a grease error, and you can see the waves and the fingerprints in it. That's locked in. Yes, I have. Yes, matter of fact, last night on live, I pulled it out the show because to me it was one of the fascinating ones. Great Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Well, if you found 10, then you need to get yourself to 11. Building blocks. Baby steps. We are doing this one coin at a time. Savvy? Capiche? So do we all, man. Every coin you would see see? It's hey. It's inevitable, man. The thing is, our fingerprints ain't getting locked into no coin. We don't work at the mint. So it's a formality for us. Whoops. He didn't want to get in. He'll get in later. He'll shape up or he'll have to ship out. That damn coin. Damn, there's another one of those Wisconsin. This is like giving me like scaries. Why? You notice that's the second clean Wisconsin I found that just is too clean for like he's too fresh for the blood. I can't really tell if there's anything going on with him. We'll let him be. No, we're doing excellent, guys. We really bomb. We really set the. We're doing good. Like I said, one more would tie us with the record of most West points found in a hunt, but that's neither here or there. 3 is epic. 3 is epic, man. Sally Rye. Yeah, there's all sorts of errors. That's why I said when it comes to that avenue with coins, the sky's the limit. Like, you can't take away from it because it's shit that, you know, is made and it's not made intentionally. So that's why a lot of the stuff commands premiums, because you got collectors seeking it out bad. Thurston McGurse. Yeah. It's a dark greaser. We'll keep him. But yeah, there's just so much stuff going on. So many moving parts with this. You really gotta pick your battles. You really do. It's just one of those damn things. Like, you can't concentrate and you don't want to give all your undivided attention to just one thing. That's how other things will veer away from you. It'll find attention somewhere else. Oh shit, we got a jumper. Bye. Pull out the pooper scooper.
Yeah, I don't. You can keep your little spot. Yep. Ellis Island. Guam. I knew some of you were over there helping the Grenadians. Stop going over there and helping the Grenadians, everybody. They never helped us. Remember that. No good deed goes unpunished. What the hell? Was I seeing something? Oh. Yeah, we're gonna let that one go. Like I said, it could become problematic. You gotta know your limitations. Gotta grab stuff you know is gonna do it. That's why key ones I know I'm gonna do. All right, guys, we've got 3 more. See what happens. Oh shit. It was only 2. Can't wait to do nickels. Yotoshi. Ooh. That's done during the process. It's not something that people like to see, but I can't turn a blind eye. Ooh, Dr. Sally Ride. Oh, shit. The homestead. Now, I know I tossed one of these. I was just thinking about the other homestead I had up over here. What did I want to see about it? Oh, no. It looks like that whole... What I'm looking at is Commonhood. I just wanted to compare. Uh-oh. Oh!
I have a feeling it's a sanding error. No, because I'm seeing parts of Yotoshi that should not be the way he is. I got some badass sanding errors. Matter of fact, since we're pretty close done, I'm gonna pull out some of these sanding errors. I'm gonna show you some killer sanding errors, and you can't get around them. They're beautiful. This one is on top of. This is one of my favorite ones right here. And this is done by the machine when they're making them. And that's another thing that gives away a big dead giveaway. That. But yeah, we'll put it under the scope, let you check it out. I don't know, because of the... But like I'm telling you, I've got a main one that's perfect. The whole... It's like a, you know, if you look at it like a back line, the city line, it's just completely gone perfectly. Just, you know, just the background. You can't really see much on here other than little blips and blabs, but that right there, that's common. Oh, where's some of my other sanders? Oh, these are more of my planchets. Yeah, where's them bad boys? Yeah, you want to know what? Let's get done with these other two rolls so we can actually give our undivided attention to this. Clean this shit up and get some other stuff going. Show you guys some bone crushers. Go with the ones we found today. The Denali. Yeah, I've got a main one. The whole background of main, all this is just gone. Completely perfect. And you can just tell it's done by the machine. Hobby Lobby. Shit like that. Places like that, though. That was a bicentennial that dropped. We'll put it off to the side. We didn't find many of them today. Whoever passes a sentence will swing the sword. Behave. But no, I'm going to show you guys some epic errors. And we'll vet through a few of these coins. You gotta remember, right now we've been on for about 3 hours. Give or take. All right, one more roll, guys. One more roll. Here we go. No, we don't look for silver on here. Unless it's not intended for circulation, like a silver clad strike. Other than that, no. This ain't no silver hunting channel. Whoops. Well, you know, during this night, we almost hit our record. No business strikes, no proofs. We specifically look for, you know, rare stuff not intended for circulation. But, you know, we've hit 3 West Point V75s tonight. If we hit one more, we set the we match the record. Most found in one hunt. So, we found some killer airs. Bicentennial airs too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ain't no getting around it. Big time stuff. A lot of hey, really, always have good hunts. A Weir Farm. That was our last one, guys. Why do you think I was always flipping them slow? Like, come on. Oh, he ain't got no lumpy up there. The Harper's Perry. Ooh. Specifically stuff not intended for circulation, airs. Anything that's new that just come out, stuff like that. We stockpile certain coins so we can look for it for airs. Something that I'm somewhat new at still, but good enough at this point now that you see the writing on the wall. Like, I don't know it all, but it's one of the biggest avenues when it comes to coins, I'll tell you that, because the sky's the fucking limit. Like, there's a magnitude of different things that can happen, and we don't have enough fingers and toes to count. Perfect here. Perfect. Before we start, check this out. Here's one of my dimes, and this is a Sandy Nair. This is a Sandy Nair, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. That's done during mintage. See that? This is what you call one of them planchet Sandy Nairs, because it just was going down too long, too fast, and just took it clean off on both ends. It's one of those nice ones. This is a true Sandy Nair. And like I said, there was something I showed you with other sanders, remember? After I showed you the back, what am I going to do? I'm going to show you what exactly. And ain't that what the other one looked like? That's like a clear indication right there. That's like having a gun without the holster. Like, this is a major Sandy Nair. But this is one of my nice ones. I know you guys are like, oh, quarters. I know. Those are pennies. Just like here, I'll show you another air. And this is an older one. This is another dime. This is a 1948 toner. The rim of it, obviously, didn't get enough clad during the binding process. That's why that happens. But you got to remember, it didn't need a lot. It's silver, but it's not 100%. It still needed something to go together. That's why you have that color, Tony. But it's, you got to remember, it is silver, so. But it's epic. It's epic for being old. It's in good shape. It's a Denver Dun-to-Dun, but see what I'm saying? And that's why I think it's an air too, because it might have a little bit more that it should in it. But either or, it's epic. You can't make it up. Almost like the 1965 dimes. Those are Unical rare, but they made them. And they accidentally made 65s in silver. Well, everything was discontinued in 64. So, when you get that, you're like, holy fuck. That's just with that. We haven't really messed with dimes. Dimes ain't something I like to mess with because they're so small. But here, let me pull out some other sanders for you, and then we'll start moving it around. I'll start showing you some good stuff. Here's a nice sander. South Carolina one. And like I said, the same thing. But these are like true ones that you just know that they had to go the distance. Now, there's a lot of times where one side will be unscathed to the other. Light grease air. Just a light one. A couple die cracks. But big time there. And then like I said, see? Clear indicator, guys. Clear indicator. You're going to see this a lot. If you see this, you'll know. It's like a rim. There's a smooth rim, almost like you're looking at gold Sacagawea dollars, without the inscribing on them. Let me try to find some of them. I got some nice ones. I like to. You guys got to see this stuff. Any coin that you find, if it ain't got a hole in it, like a direct hole, like from a drill, put it off to the side. Most of the coins that you'd think somebody just whacked around or did, a lot of that shit's minting there. You can see if somebody's doing post-mint carnage. Here, let me find it. I have a few. Here we go. You guys are gonna like this one. This is a compound error, everybody. Okay. Now I'm gonna let you guys figure out what's wrong with this. Now remember what I said with a compound error. That's 2 or more errors in a coin. Okay. You guys want to call it out? No, you have to like this one because you're not gonna see this every day. I mean, they're around, but they're not around a lot. It's one of my favorite ones. The Ozark Riverways. We just got a business strike in this. I'm going to put it under the scope for y'all. I'll keep it on the back, and then we're going to switch it to the front so you guys can see it in retrospect and then hindsight 2020, all right? So be vigilant. Keep your finger on the pulse. Put your head on a swivel. Nobody can help you but yourself on this one. You guys got to tell me what's wrong with this. All right, guys. You guys have all the time you want, but you let me know what you guys can find what's wrong with this coin. At a bare minimum, 2 errors. There's probably more, but you let me know what you see and what you don't. And everybody's quiet as a mouse. Wow. Okay, I guess I'll illustrate. I'm going to give you 2. There's more than 2 on here, though. Like always, the light little grease one. You see how it's two-toned? You see that? Okay, you can see it. And then no mint mark. No mint mark. Yeah, you ain't getting around that shit. And then if you want to go 3, die cracks. But yeah, you're not getting around that one. This is one of them bone crushers. There's a lot. There's more going on, but I'm just showing you the ones that are prevalent. Well, you would have been right. Yeah, no mint mark. That's like the big thing that sticks out. But there's about 3 or 4 errors on this coin, but I'm cool with 2. I could show you 2, 3 right now, but like I just said, the big ones. You can see that it's slightly a greaser. See that little two-tone reflect? Even on the back, see it? See how it's cut in half? One side's darker than the other. You guys do see that, right? Grease error. Light one. But yeah, it's a bone crusher. This is what you call one of them bone crushers. Now, let me find you something even nicer. And it's bicentennial, guys. It's bicentennial. By the way, this is our bicentennial proof that we found about a month ago. You see how they got the mirror cameo and the frosted adverse looking like minted Prater? Look at how the drummer boy's looking like a champion absent Wheaties. Put it in the here. We'll put it under the thing for you. But I'm gonna be pulling up one. This ain't it though. This is just a proof. So you really can't see the mirror and all the frost through the light, but you can see the mirror bit, but you see the S for your San Francisco. But yeah, this was an epic find for us. An epic find. I'll let you guys glance at that and this bone crusher you guys found tonight with me. These 2 bicentennials, since we're pulling out bicentennial errors. The only reason why I'm letting you see the proof is because it's not intended for circulation. So when we found it, we're breaking necks and backs. We're ripping the concrete up with our feet. Sometimes I put them in certain spots, and then I'm just like, man, where the hell did it go? I mean, I'm not like rushing around for it, but like, there's so many different things moving around here with the coins. Where we go? Where is it? In here? I still can't get over you guys. 3 fucking West Points you guys yanked. That's crazy. You guys are fucking totally not playing around, I'll tell you that. Knew how to give it that belt. Maybe it's up over here. What did I do? Flip it up in here. Oh, yeah, I totally got some killer airs for y'all to look at, too. We're going to pull them son of a bitches over here off the side. Make sure you guys get a gander. Whoops. What we got going? I'm still going to find that one. Don't you fret. I just want to get these out so we don't... This is something that had to happen. You guys, we're looking at a lot of airs. You guys got to see these. Anybody think the $250 bill's going to pass? It's just like that new coin, even though the new coin's coming through. It's already in production with Trump on it. Yeah, he's got a $250 bill that he's trying to implement and, change federal law. It wasn't made for us, but it's going to, if he wants it that bad out there. Okay, let's see here. I'll look up over here. I should be up. Yep, here we go, guys. Here we go. Now, here's a bone crusher for you, big boy. Here we go, guys. Hope you ate your vegetables. The light's not going to do any justice until you guys want to look at the air. So, I'm going to show you a normal strike. Look, I'm going to show you 4 different variants of the fucking West Point right now. Only this last one you're going to see is going to make your quiver shiver. Check this out. Here we go. You guys already seen the proof. It's beautiful. More punch than a bowl of juice. Beautiful toner you guys captured tonight. Nobody can get around that. You can't make this up. Your standard strike from a bicentennial, okay? And here we go. You guys know what this is? It's more about the front than the back. Do you guys know what this is? I'll let you look for that air. It's not hard. It sticks out like a fucking boner in a Speedo. But you seen how slick that was. You seen how that thing was just fresher than a coat of wet paint, right? Crossing T's and dotting I's and iron out them wrinkles. What air is that? It's a very highly sought out commanded one. I'll tell you that right now. That's all I'll tell you. Can you guys decipher the cipher? If so, giving out rubber duckies and whoopee cushions. Here. You should be able to tell now. You should just look. Anybody. Opal. Oh, double die. These are highly sought out. Like I said, for a while I assumed it was a fucking business strike, but it's a Denver. But do you see how it's a champion absent Wheaties, but it's a double diet verse. The lettering up here, it's just a really rare quarter for its version. Ones have sold at auction for 5 figures. I got to get it graded. Like I said, I've been holding on to it for a while. And like when we pulled that proof, right? When we pulled that proof, I was ecstatic. And I was always like, oh, well, I got this business strike here. Well, business strikes weren't made in Denver on this year. They were made in San Francisco with the proofs. This is a Denver. So, mind you, but you do see the lettering, how it's doubled. And then, like I said, I think there's a little bit more to the picture that meets the eye, but that's why, like, it doesn't do the look for the double die. You want to look at it under the scope, but like you can't see how special this coin looks without like looking at it in retrospect. That's why I said We're gonna. Oh, look at this. Hey, Opal. Guess what? We just ended this. You know they almost broke the record tonight, right? 3 West Points. And then look at this. Hey, a lot of crazy airs. Check this one. This Bicentennial air out. Major toner. Look at this. Bicentennial. Yeah, that one's totally going. That one's going to get certified big time as a major air. And you know Bicentennial totally command. People fucking eat these things alive. But yeah, I mean, just look at the difference between these. You got your standard strike. You got your proof. You got your crazy double die air. And then you got a toner air. Like I said, it comes in many shapes and forms. Will you be around to fucking grab it up with us? There's nothing wrong with doing it on your own too. Anybody who's got anything like this. But look, you see how they just all have a different presence, even though it's the same coin, same, vetted, it's a Bicentennial. Highly sought out quarters. I'm showing you 2 major airs. I'm showing you a regular circulation strike, and I'm showing you a proof that we yanked. How long ago, Opal? What, a month ago? Month and a half ago? We found this in a roll? Like we found this in a roll tonight? The way, everything that I'm showing you on here too, guys, you got to know. You're always going to find it with us. It's not something going to pull. Like, I'm going to pull it out of the thing. But yeah. You guys got to be happy with yourselves. Hey, they did really good. I'm telling you this right now. I mean, we just got done going through, like, the last little bit. Oh, by the way, Opal. Hey, I got nickels. And I got dimes. And I got pennies. But no, I've been showing guys like the little broad strokes, the fundamentals of airs. That's what I've been doing. A lot of these guys have been very intrigued and wanting to stay on and, ride it out, and that's epic. But yeah, we didn't get many marsupial sunbets. We got 5. We got some tennis rackets. We mostly hit it hard with the West Points and the airs. I'm just gonna be brutally honest. There's nothing else I could really say. I mean, there's some other crazy stuff in here, but I was yanking shit and pulling shit over here and doing this and doing that. So we've been all over the place, really. I mean, we were looking at, I was showing them like sanding airs and this and that, and it was like I wanted to show them the Bicentennial one because, like I said, this is a double air. I'm telling you, it's a double die, and the coating. It's got to be. I know it's a double die. It's been confirmed. It wasn't just my inkling. Like, I had a hunch, so I had to reach out. But one thing I got to do before we go, like, hey, you guys are cool to go. We'll be doing more, like, hunt, like, stuff tomorrow. But, like, my big thing is I got to get these guys together that you snagged up. I know they're probably lurking around, but I don't know. Here we are, guys. You guys killed it. Can you believe this? All V75s, too. They destroyed it. Fucking smoked it. Oh, that's the D. My bad. Where are you at? No, they popped 3 tonight. They fucking, hey, yeah. They popped 3 tonight. There was no getting around it. I couldn't believe it. It happened, though. And it does happen. They, like I said, they would have got 4. Where'd that other one go? Like I said, I was pulling these out. I got to make sure we keep them separated. There we are. Is that the other one? Yep. Bingo. Yep. Here we go. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. All found tonight. V75s. The Weir Farm again. The Butterfly. And the Drosky. Yeah. You guys killed it, guys. Nobody can take this away from you. Nobody. These go with the rest of them. Oh, yeah. I told you we stacked them chips so hard and check on his tiptoes. But let's go through here. I'm going to pull some of this stuff off to the side so we got a little clean room, and we're going to go through some of these that we pull off to the side to look under the scope for airs. Since that's where we are. But before I guess we do that, I guess you guys probably want to see more of the airs I have There's nothing wrong with that. Can't show you everything because there's not enough time, but like we can get there. We can at least put a little time in it. We'll figure it out. I'm trying to find my major toners in here so I can show them what's happening. Here we go. Here we go. Some other sanding errors. And planchette and die break. See, that's that main I was telling you about. See how the whole background of main is gone? The front just a little bit. And then, like I said, what I've showed you almost every time with major sanding errors. Big indicator. Okay, somebody was asking about fingerprints and grease, right? And grease trapped errors, right? Who was asking about that? Well, if you were looking, here it is. Somebody could have touched it, put them in there, or that was radiated by the machine. But obviously you can see those waves in there. It looks like fingerprints. But it's trapped in a grease hair. I'm going to put it in the... I don't know if this is going to do anything. There you go. There you go. Take a pitch. Get right with you. See? So obviously you can see that's actually trapped in the coin. That is a major... That's something that commands... Somebody specifically asked about this tonight, though. They asked me, do you have any coins where a fingerprint is trapped inside? And I said, yeah, I got a grease hair that has, I think it has a fingerprint trapped in it, or at least stripes like a zebra or something. And this is it. But this is totally a big-time error. Well, I'm glad you did, Opal. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm taking it that headache went away, or... Did it ever go away or no? There's another major. This is another like toning error. Oregon Bible Belt. Now let me show you some major toners where they're missing clads. That they're actually called clad errors because you got to remember the metal process on these. It's like a sandwich, copper core. And then on each side, like bread, copper alloy. Here's a beautiful one. Here's a beautiful sanding error. Susan B. Anthony. Can't, like I said, it's fucking excellent. Motherfucker healthy, ain't it? See? Same thing. It's just something that's inevitable when these guys go through their sanding errors. And then look. You see that? Done during mintage. Like I said, what's that one thing I've been showing you guys clearly, time and time again, though? The rim, how that happens with it. How everything is somewhat... perfect. Like, how the hell did it just etch it out? It's just how it works. It's too much pressure, too much, speed. I mean, there's a magnitude of things that could be happening. Show you some other nice ones. Trying to find you my super clads. I've got one little baby one here, but I want to show you some massive, like some dumb ones that'll make you irk and jerk. You'll be like, whoa. These ain't it. These are just little titanium colors. But here, I'm going to start you off with a light version of a clad error. You're not going to probably be able to see it. Like, it almost looks brown, but it's red. See? See how it's red? The whole coin. So both ends, guys. Now, this is just a lighter version of it. I'll let you guys take a gander at that while I find the heavy hitters of the clad errors. Well, I guess I don't know what's here, but I think I got something to show you up in here though too. Here's another nice toner. Reminds me of fruit roll-ups or something when I was a child. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. We're cooking. We got it now. You better tuck that pum under your forearm. These guys are going to scare you a little bit. These is a magnitude of different things going on here. This one a little higher level than the other side. Check this out, though, under the thing. We'll be doing a lot of flippy. Move this up. Boom. Front. Bone crusher of an error. Massive bone crusher. You see what I'm talking about, guys? Yet again. Keep that in mind. It's like it's fucking, it's its brand. Like the rim of it. That's one thing that, 99% of them like that. You see that, though? Major different toning everywhere. That cloud, when it gets to the red, it's pretty much out of there. Here, this one we always remind me of like fruit roll-ups and shit. Cuba, Idaho potato. It's beautiful. It'll warm the heart. And you know how I was telling you about that nose air? The little cut clip. Sorry, no tortilla. Compound fracture. Stole them out, Debo. Eat healthy. Eat kiwis. Kiwi Farm. Healthy for you. Very healthy. Ain't that a beautiful coin, though? See, told you. Cuba, Idaho potato. Eat healthy and live longer. Behave. Badass air right there. All right, guys. Let's switch it up. Kiwi. Not too bad. He didn't have enough to get the pole all the way done on each end. It's a beautiful coin, though. I know to you guys it looked like it came out the sewer, but this one warms the heart too. Massive toner. Die chip air. All sorts of shit going on here. Let you actually see the coin. The Voyagers! The Kiwis! Eat them whole. Oh, yeah. There's a beautiful coin, though. Look how beautiful that is. The Voyagers! That is sick. Die crack. The Wounded Voyager. One of my faves. Oh, yeah. Here we go. The 93. Everything healthy, just got that good toning going on each end. Okay, guys. Here's a clad air. On one side, it's full clad, but this side, it's spotty. Like I said, when the machines don't behave, you get all sorts of stuff. Unstable mutation. Yeah, that's when the bonding process fails. Yep. That's to show its true form. Like Jekyll and Hyde. Now we're gonna get a little doper with it. Here we go. You guys really can't see it that good, but like, it's actually a little bit more darker. It's hard to see with this type of light, so we'll put it at X-ray specs for you. Now, you notice I'm starting to get, you're starting to see these red ones. You get ones that are real dark red, they are kicking. You're not going to see lots of this stuff, so you do come across it, pick it out. It'd be ill-advised to think that it's just a dirty coin and there's not, you don't want that. Here we go, guys. Here's like almost full-clad air. You see how dark red that is? It's because it did such a poor job trying to make everything mend together. It really didn't. That's why you have that. You see what I'm saying, though? And this happens when, that it just doesn't go together right. And like I said, it's a layer front and a layer in the back of nickel, alloy. And then the middle's copper. You got that, and then, you got just your alloy, which is like just the shining version that would go on there. And that's why it's not like that. It's just not happening. These are very special in their own right. It's not hard to find ones like these certified and graded and known to sell at auction very high. But the thing is, the sky's the limit when I said it comes to errors. Like, the thing I'm showing you is nothing. It's very minute and almost non-existent to how many different variants of different things. Like, you could get die clash ones where, like, the front had the platchet of, like, a fucking nickel, but they were doing it on a quarter. So, you got it, like, upside-down stamp of a nickel on the front, normal quarter on the back. All sorts of stuff. Here's a beautiful one to me. Especially for the year. Like, just the way that it tones out and tries to even out. It's crazy. So, here on here, you can tell that it succeeded a little bit, but that it epic failed. No fuss, no muss. These are the things that are known to happen when machines won't behave. I've always liked this one. Some people think it's a little too common, but nothing's common when it comes to coins. You can always find something special. Especially when it comes to stuff like this. Because we don't get to control how these things come out, so. Yeah. I mean, I've got a lot more I could do, but here, I'll show you a few more. I'll just pick some random. You guys will be okay. Yep, I'll pick. I got 3 more for you. Alright, guys. Here we go. I'll show them to you retrospect and then X-ray specs. It's a lot darker than it seems. You guys can't really. Sometimes the light deceives what it depicts to be. There you go. Get a little bit more color on here. Almost like the other one. A little bit different here and there.
Okay. I know you're like, that nasty thing? Yeah, it might look nasty. It's not nasty. It's very unique.
Only happens when the machines don't want to behave. Major die crack, all sorts of shit. You gotta love it. Toner mixed with the die cracks, and oh yeah, bone crusher. And then I've got plenty more, but we could do this all day and night, guys. So I just grabbed some Randy's. You guys found some gobstoppers. I mean, Jesus. At least this one you can see the mint mark. Yeah, but you see how it looks all shattered? Yeah, it's because the machine didn't bond it right. Had that spider web collateral damage effect. You do see that, right? That spider web, how it's shattered like a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that cool? When you see it from the angle? You deleted it. What'd you delete? A demon? But yeah, guys. But you know, heck with the ones that I had to show you that. But the thing is, you guys killed it. I mean, come on, Bicentennial, major fucking. Oh god, I'm very, 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 very like. Happy. I mean, come on, guys. Look, we've got some purple. That's nuts. That is nuts. Especially with the Bicentennial. You guys can do a little bit of recon. You're going to find out very quick without even seeing anything that it's common knowledge and by default that anything error-wise that has to do with Bicentennial or anything like that always commands a higher... Oh, it's just like... it. You just don't understand. You guys will. You will, believe me. That's how you... That'll be your form of behaving. But yeah, I've got a few Bicentennial errors that need to, get fixed up. But yeah, you guys warmed the heart. That thing's sick. This, like I said, you guys cracked a lot of different errors. And like I said, 3 West Points, all V75s. I'd have to say, you guys can kill with the best of them. You showed it today. I thought they were going to hit 4. Really? They didn't get all butthurt when I was doing it earlier. I had people fucking turn it like, hey, no, that motherfucker need to go. Yeah, he go. We got stuff to do. We can't be dealing with motherfucker trying to play Oshkosh Magosh Hosh. This ain't the time and place for that shit. Oh, no, the other person that had to go bye. They come on trying to fucking solicit people to buy coins and shit. I'm like, I'm like, I don't know. I said, you want to rub one out with a cheese grater. Here we go. Okay, let's see here. What else did we get that was really weird from y'all? It's everywhere, honestly. Here's a nice one. The Cross in the Deli air from you guys. And at this point, we've been on 3.5 hours. Like, literally, we got cut off from a bad connection at 2 hours and 40 minutes almost or something. And now we've been on for 1 hour and 6. Yeah. We're pushing the distance like I said we would. I told you. Ain't no getting around that shit. Oh, yeah. I know. My bad. We need these Sally rides over here. We'll go through some Sally rides, and then we're going to throw the towel in, guys. We did it today. And don't worry, all the heavy hitters and those beautiful airs are going to be getting posted. So remember, if you are part of it, you made it happen. Welcome to the channel. We're going to do Sally rides, guys. Now, I don't even know all the ones to look for, but you can find all sorts of stuff with her. She's looking pretty fresh over here. She's looking A-okay. There could be a number of things, different variations on her suit. I've got one where it looks like heat's coming off the earth. Got ones where she's fucking tore up the ghost comet, all sorts of stuff. But then, what's the bonus with these guys? You flip them around. You look for like the Drooling George or something else like that. You see that on his nose? You see that? That makes it a bear, big time. That is a known error. Yeah, you see that fucking lump on his nose like a zit? Yeah, that ain't supposed to be there. It's a double. See the letters? And you can obviously tell because you can see like a line in some of them. But here, we're going to keep one off to the side like this. We see that. Got another one. Same hole, different wall. Flip it over. Good old Sally. All right. As Copper Cave would say, you got the Dracula Sally. She's just too chipper. See her nose? See them little... Yeah. You can do Sally's all day and night. Oh no. I gotta stop. I'm too. I'm gonna. You can't be messing with Sally around there. Now, some people can't depict. Okay, just like with this. You see the little die crack? I forgot to show you right there. Yeah, that's not supposed to be there either. It hit the G a little bit too. Trying to knock the J off the G. Almost have a weeper. He'll be alright though. I get him off to the side. Now, this is another thing that I haven't been looking for lately. I keep forgetting about. If you look at different ones of her, sometimes you can see a different variant of hair. Like almost like more thick and heavy. She never had thinning hair to begin with. But what I'm trying to tell you is like, you see like some of them, if you put it right now, you can tell a little bit. Drooling Sally. We got a drooler. This is a drooling Sally. I don't know if you guys can see that. She need a bib. You see that? Yeah, we got a drooling Sally right there. Not a big one, but it's enough that she needed. She dribbled. Oh, I want to say goodbye. I didn't see the nip. Sometimes right here, if it's real thick, you got the crow's feet. Sometimes you get a Drooling George or the weeping. Oops. Yeah, you know, like I said, when it comes to airs, most of the time you oblivious in the ways of what other things that could be happening. They did a gouger on her. She got the Adam maps with Sally going. See her lip? Yeah, she caught on a tripwire. Die cracks. For sure. Okay, we got a weeper. We got a Weeping George, I believe. Somewhat. See it? Yeah. You had to build an ark so we don't drown in his tears. He's prostrated with grief. What else we got over here? Got any more of these to look through? Sally Rod, there we are. Hey, must be the Sally. We'll look through a couple more. You guys, like I said, I define time on here. The time means nothing when you on here unless you gotta. And like sometimes I get a call, I gotta stop what I'm doing. So this is why I try to make up for it in different ways. Like I usually try to do a standard two hours alive. Sometimes I'll cut it in half, hour here. Tonight, if you add what we did earlier with with what we've done now, oh, we've been on 6 hours probably, maybe longer. I don't do it. Okay. Does anybody see what I'm seeing? Yeah. Here. Does anybody see what I'm seeing on this? You got the gasher. You see what I'm saying? Look at somebody die crack. She's got gashes. Somebody fucking sliced her. Too much claw from the fucking paw. You just look at it. Normal Sally. See? But then you got, look, she's got staircase on her bridge of her nose. You see this hole? A lot of times they call that the ghost comment. Because you see it behind her? See how it comes through? You see it a little bit? She's trying to hide that she stuck her nose in a beehive. See how she's got that moon face and shit? How she looks all oxulous, noxulous? They didn't let her be in the decompression chamber long enough. Oh, bye, bye, bye. Cry, cry, cry. See? Yeah, you're a weeper. The Weeping George. Oh, yeah. Big one. You'll learn to behave. Plus, you got to start learning how to be a certified wildlife professional ranger. We save manatees. Dark cracks. All hot and bothered. What crawled up and yelped and died. I'm going to have to get some of the other ones together. So, I got any? Well, if I do get any more, we'll keep it up. Here's one boy. Oops. Here we go, guys. What else we got? Come on, there's got to be more. Couple more somewhere. You just don't understand. Okay. I guess this is it. This is the last one, guys. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. Yeah, he's got some sus stuff coming up. I don't know what the hell he got himself into. Michael Douglas looking. He need a bit. Little die cracker down the hill there. Little fuss. Hey, rations of thrashings. Look, does it look like Michael Douglas with a fucking wig on? Yeah, this is one of his mug shots from the side view. Don't that look like Michael Douglas? Trying to play him? Trying to play George? Uh-oh. Hey, Ghost Comet for sure. Big time Ghost Comet. Oh no. Guys, I'm sorry. You guys got me. You guys did it. You guys are awesome. Oh shit. Here we go, guys. Oh, poor Sally. Adam's apple Sally. Look at her. Look at her demeanor change. She looks like, why was she so Hanley rooted? Hanley root. Oh, God. Look at her head. The Weeper. The Deeper. Uh-oh. Do we got him? Oh, we got another Sally. Hello, Sally. Hold on here. What in good Qatar Nations is going on? No, because sometimes you get an air up in this son bitch. Like they got something weird. Like trilobites. It's weird. It'd be making you think. Like, what are they doing? What have they been doing? He drooling. Get him a bib. He don't know how to dribble. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what we got going on here. That's weird. You see that, guys? Uh-oh. Yeah. She's looking chipper, but she's going to have to figure it out. She's going to have to man through it. She got the Adam's apple salad. Yeah. Any more in here? Any more? Any more takers? All right, guys. I'll give you one last gander at this beauty. It's better to look at it like this, though. It's just a beautiful. It's just beautiful. It's hard to find airs like this. I thought it was a business strike, but like I said, when I put it up against the proof, I'm like, no, this is a Denver. Then I started looking into it, and yeah, for the bicentennials and Denvers, they got that double die. And then, like I said, he got that extra clad going on. Like, it's not supposed to be looking like that. He's not supposed to be looking like that at all. So it's special. Because this is what business strikes look like. Business strikes come from San Francisco, even on bicentennial year. We all know that. I just showed you a proof. But yeah, you got to love it. All right, everybody. I hope you all had a blast. I know I did. You guys killed it. I'll say it again. You killed it. Like I said, with the add to the ranks. 3 West Points during this hunt. All V75s. You guys almost hit the fucking record. If you would have hit 4, you guys would have tied the record for most found in a hunt. Like, comment, subscribe, and your warlord with them. I'm out. Save the manatees. Ooh.